Welcome to the latest episode of Coach's Corner. My name is Sophie. With me is esteemed City head coach John van Schip. John, a massive week leading into the game against the reigning premiers Adelaide United. I'd like to speak about what's transpired in the last week. You've had 2 matches played out.
Yeah, we played Perth, of course, and after that we played the semi-final against Victory. So a very short turnover. So it's important to get in the things that we thought that we had to get in after we lost against Perth, but of course was very disappointed. And I think that's more about getting into the headspace of players because you can't do that much really physical on the pitch. It's more about recovery. And I think we came out that good because the boys had a very good performance in the things that we asked from them, and the result, of course, was on top of that was good as well.
In terms of recovery, what is your role as head coach in ensuring that the boys do that properly? Do you delegate to a sports scientist? Do you have your own programs?
Oh, we got professional people inside, so the sports science, the medical people, and together with the football department, we sit down and we discuss what's the best. And today the players are up to St Kilda to have a bath, warm bath, cold bath, massage over there. Because on Friday we have already the next game, and so it's more about recovery. How quick can we get them back? Tomorrow's going to be a light session on the pitch, and then we're already going out there again.
You mentioned in the press earlier this week that getting the boys in the right mental headspace was important in weeks like the one we've had and leading into this week's match. Can you just explain what procedures you instill to make sure they are in the right space? Is there something you put together?
I think it's more about the focus. So the focus of what we've been working on the last months in our mechanics on the pitch, in how we want to attack and how we want to defend. And I think in the Perth game, and we all discussed about it, there were things that we didn't do 100% as we maybe would do before, and that are things that is natural. We're not robots, so it's again repeating the things that we've been doing, talking about it, showing it with examples, and getting them right for the next game. What was the FA Cup semi-final, and that's, I think, what I mean with headspace. So make sure that the focus is again there about what we've been practicing, what we've been doing, and then just go onto the pitch and perform as a team.
What sort of lifestyle do you encourage them to live in terms of keeping the eye on the silverware? Are they quite rigid throughout the season? Is it a strict diet? Is it no alcohol?
Yeah, especially in this period when we have short turnovers, we have a lot of games. Rest is massive. It's like a training session. So the rest on top of healthy food and of course the training is all together. That gets you hopefully in a good way through a period like this. There are going to be moments that we have a bit more time, and then they can maybe you can say for a time, have a beer after a game, for example. But this is not the period, so we discussed that. The players themselves know that, and it's now very important to recover, to take your rest, to make sure that if you feel a little thing, that you go to the medical staff to make sure that it doesn't get worse, to be on top of those things, because you don't have that much time to recover.
And John, moving forward to the match against Adelaide, the reigning premiers, we acquired some of their premiership players in the transfer period. Is an advantage having people that have been on the inside?
Well, they can give you some information. We have also, of course, Michael Valkanis, who worked as a coach at Adelaide. So they know very well the way that they want to play and what kind of things they could do probably. So that of course is good to know. But in the end, you have to do it yourselves. We have to look at ourselves. That's what we always do, and and take in consideration what the opponent can do. Knowing that we have Michael Volcanis, it helps in finding out maybe what they could be thinking. So I think the most important thing is the boys have to be ready in their head. We've already had the experience with Perth, and now it's again a short turnover that we have to play against Adelaide. What's a good team, and we want to get, of course, the 3 points again.
And what do you make of Adelaide? What do you think they can do?
I think Adelaide has been very unlucky in the first few games. They played, I think, a good game against Victory, and they lost unfortunately in the last seconds. But they're still a good team, and they have also some problems, of course, up front with missing some influential players like Sirio, Enrique, and Karuska. So that's a big miss for them. But they have some very good young players with a lot of energy. They got, of course, Sias, who's still a player that can control the game and can dictate the game. So the defense is still very strong. So I think we just have to prepare ourselves well. They have the advantage of having a week that they could prepare for us, and we have just only 2 days. So it's going to be a tough game.
And I know you don't give away too much about lineups this far out from the match, but have you got an idea of what the team could look like? We haven't seen Thomas Sorensen on the pitch for a while.
Well, we always have to wait how players pull up. It's short after the game, so hopefully tomorrow we have a list of how it is going to look like, and then we'll start picking and looking at what's the best formation. Dean has done well. He's came in, and we've said, okay, you get the trust. So at this moment, we don't see a reason to change that. But there's competition, and there's competition in the goalkeeper position, and there's competition all over the team. So doesn't mean that who's playing one game is going to play the other game. Could be that we think someone else needs to play or can play better in that position, and I think that's the depth in the team that makes us strong as well.
Thank you so much for your time. Good luck on the weekend. Remember, guys, it's another home game at Amy Park, and the best way to see it is to become a Melbourne City member.